Hey guys, it's Leaf Laporte here, and I decided on the next game. I will do Unravel at another time. But yeah, so I've been really wanting to play Jade Empire again, and I thought as it's backwards compatible. So I looked up all the things, and here we are. So hopefully, this is gonna be good. There we go. And there's gonna be so much reading. Anyway, let's get to it and create this new game and go to the one that I always play as. She's so pretty. Customize. I'd like to try and do that, and then probably Chi. It has been so long since I played this, I can't even remember. Heavenly Wave is good. Support style does direct damage in Chi Strike mode. This style's power attack can initiate a harmonic combo that produces a health power-up. Fighters skilled in Heavenly Wave learn techniques that can slow their opponents to a crawl. While this support style does not damage on its own, a master can manipulate the chi in the area around opponents, rendering them sluggish and easily defeated. Even the most lightning fast of foes can be slowed to a turtle's pace with a skillful application of Heavenly Wave. I think I've done all of them at one stage. I usually go with Legendary Strike. 1,000 cuts. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Legendary Strike again, if I can. Oh no. Oh, that's right, I can have two. So I'll do that. Okay. Where is the random? Okay, there's the random. Oof, it's a bit hard to say. Tempting Jiayin. Nimble Lingbo. Golden Sand Yinwen. Thriving Bao Xian. Lin Han Mei. Scholar Mayday. Heartbreaker Mai Yi. I don't mind some of that. Actually, I'm going to how do I give me capitals, damn you. There we go. Eden Evergreen. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that one. Okay. Looking good. And, nope, here we go. Can't go back now. Oh goodness, it's gonna look so squished. I apologize.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
One more match then? I could blindfold myself, that might even the odds. I doubt it, you strike like a with the grace of a cow. Let's see, one more match then.
I feel that I learn something every time I face you, even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
I am rarely beaten, friend. Alright, show me your best. Yeah, sorry for like the box. Okay. Oh. I haven't even gotten up to them telling me the things, and I'm just like doing it on instinct. You tricksy hobbitses, get back here. Oh. Here we go. Use chi heal, hold the white button, channel your chi health. Well, let's see. This is for an old thing, and we don't have those buttons anymore. Well, goodness. Maybe bumpers? Yes, bumpers, okay. Okay, ooh. Let's attack. I'ma get you. Boom. Okay. I freaking played the heck out of this game. Like, so many times. It's just so pretty. And
did you see?
It's very long.
Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Thank you for the bout. Each bruise is a mark of your failure to learn our master's teaching.
You are gracious. Thank you for the bout. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Where is Master Lee again? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
Master Lee just went into his house. It's just over there, as always. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Bye-bye. Chapter 1, wherein a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges for station, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Lee promises that soon you will know more about how you came here, and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest, and shadowy assassins who heed no law. Okay. I don't. Can I jump over these? No. Never paid attention to it. God. Hey guys, I'm gonna come talk to you. If I... Oh,
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
If you want Master Lee to say it, don't give him a choice. Be the best you can. Don't worry about others, following others. Walk your own path. You lack the skill and the discipline to be a leader.
That makes sense.
I'll go with this one.
Is that how you live your life? If so, it certainly seems to be an effective philosophy. Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
Sorry guys about the double audio. When I get out of this chat bubble, I'll go and fix that up. Okay, you know everyone around here. Is there any news? What do you think of Master Lee? Tell me what you've been hearing about ghosts. I don't think we've ever talked about you, Lin. Would you be interested in sparring?
Stay well.
Goodbye for now.
After all,
I'll come back and talk to her in a
without
minute.
our most senior student to guide us?
Okay. We need... And I'll do this. I was hoping to get it through my headphones, and it did work. I just didn't realize that it also reverted back to having it come through the other bit. So, back to the normal. Okay, back to Lin. Thanks for letting me know.
You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
Who are the students of note? Let's get back to the other questions. Goodbye for now.
There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sure you know that your implied status
Probably gonna
causes
happen a little bit,
remorse.
sorry.
I have muttered a few,
Because
but
it's
I
not
don't
coming
mean
through my
harm.
headphones.
The one you should be careful of is Gao, but I'm not telling you anything you don't
Did
already
that help?
know.
Tell me about Gao. I have the volume thing up on my screen. Okay. Tell me about Dawnstar. What have you heard about me? Let's
You
go
know him as
from
well
the
as I
start.
do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts.
Okay.
I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Hopefully that works.
Why do
tell
you
me
need to
about
ask me about
Dawnstar.
Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Lee sees for you.
Now that I've even though I turned off the audio thing for the headphones, I can still hear it through my headphones, so that's interesting. So I might just go back and turn that on. And I've muted the TV. Hopefully it doesn't create too much of an issue.
I'm sorry.
What are you
I
getting
shouldn't
at?
be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Lee tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two. Master Lee never stops
heard about
talking
me?
about you. You are special.
Or did I already do
so
that?
we
I
are
wasn't paying
repeatedly
attention. I was
told.
thinking about the audio.
It can get annoying.
Eek.
Then again, some find it outright threatening.
Who should I be concerned about? Who are the students of note? We'll go back to the other questions in a minute.
Gao,
We'll ask
obviously.
about this
You know
person.
he doesn't like you. He never has. And when Master Lee tells him
And
to
he's
model
voiced by
himself
Nathan
after you,
Fillion.
that just makes it worse.
I believe.
If you wish,
Back to the other questions.
what do you want to ask about? Master
what
Lee
do you
took
think of
me
Master
in when
Lee?
no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside.
No, the guy in the back is one of the other students. When I finished up my spa battle earlier, these two came into the ring to practice. He's an NPC that I couldn't talk to, but I could see it looking like an imaginary friend.
I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago. I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born. If you wish,
Okay, back to the
what
other
do you want to
questions.
ask about? Other than what Dawnstar
Tell me what you've heard about the
senses,
ghosts.
all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Lee accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
What exactly are these ghosts? Where do these ghosts come from? Tell me more about Dawnstar's sensitivity. What do ghosts look like?
They're exactly
top
what you'd
again?
expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost. According to the
where do they come
stories,
from?
ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation. They're exactly what
And
you'd
they're still there.
expect.
Did I ask?
The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost. From what I
Okay,
understand,
Dawnstar.
Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things that others can't. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say if it's intuition or something else.
Awesome.
That was my first
What does it
question
look
when
like?
I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay,
If you wish,
let's go back to the
what
other
do you want to ask
questions.
about? I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years.
How did you come here? Why? What will you do when you are done training here? Let's go back to the other questions and goodbye.
I wasn't the delicate
How did you get
flower
here?
my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Lee has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate. When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life.
Okay.
Stay well.
Goodbye for now.
After all, how could we learn without our most senior student to guide us?
So I'm gonna go and put that on again. And just see. Hopefully the audio and stuff is working.
Master Lee
why can't I
keeps
talk to
talking
you earlier?
about Restless Dead, but there's nothing like that around here. Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us. Dawn Star is very skilled, but she doesn't leave her garden very often. Remember the basics, remember the basics. Why does Master Lee keep repeating that? Master Lee keeps talking about Restless Dead, but there's nothing like that around here. Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us.
Go and talk to Smiling Mountain in a moment.
Always good to
Hey,
see you
Jing.
wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget. It's always good to see you again, but I should keep practicing. They'd probably skin me alive if they heard me say this, but Wen and Lin look like they've got a little more free time right now. Go pester them so they don't pester me.
Up we go. Read this stand. Auspicious portents. Understanding the stars and the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most auspicious: comets, the flames of the heavens passing across the sky, eclipse, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for a brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to Earth. Woo! Experience! Hello, peeps.
Master Lee says that these are troubled times, but he has sheltered us from any disturbances. Master Lee says to always remember the basics. He is wise to provide our skills such a strong foundation. One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain. Gao does not have the patience to properly learn what Master Lee is trying to teach us.
Okay, talk to
It is
Whit.
an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I am ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you are here, you belong here. Why do you doubt yourself? If you believe that you are inferior, you make it true. If you are weak to be at this school, leave before you waste our master's time. Nah.
You're right.
If you're here, you belong
Master
here.
Lee would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
I've studied with him as long as I can remember. The only one who has been here almost as long as Dawnstar. Long enough, it's time for me to finish my training. Mind your business when... Business. I'm not here to discuss my life with you. Let's see. Dawnstar...
You and
We'll
Dawnstar
go
have
this
both
way.
had a lifetime of training under Master Lee. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
How well do you know the others at this school? Since you're new, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Master Li. What do people from the capital think of the Empire? You're fairly new here. Tell me some more about yourself. Would you be interested in sparring?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master. I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right. I think she was given a gift.
That?
Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I've seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
Now I can't remember. Did I ask him about Dawnstar?
As I said, I sometimes feel sorry for her. She's such a caring person that she shouldn't have to feel different from others.
Fair. Completely zoned out. This is gonna be fun.
I have heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities. I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Li has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority. I'll answer what I can.
Gonna ask about you, buddy boy.
He is one man and guides his students well.
Oh no, I'm gonna ask Master Li. I'll get to you
eventually.
eventually.
All the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style did you study in the
Black Leopard
Imperial
School,
City?
I learned the bare basics of a style under first Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Li's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital.
How do Master Li's skills measure up to your teachers in the Imperial
skilled
City?
And tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study. I'll answer what I can.
Back to the other questions. Now we ask about you. Now we ask about people from the
capital. I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Why would you be worried about the Lotus Assassins? What can you tell me about places other than here? Do you know anything about the rumors of ghosts? What can you tell me about the history of the Empire?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Why are people questioning the direction of the Empire, the direction the Empire is taking?
Visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle. There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. Try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts. I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know? It was a beautiful place to grow up.
Tell me about the Imperial City.
The brightest minds, the most noble houses. All the greatest warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
Sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust. Two Rivers
How do you like
quiet,
this area?
subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
What do people from the city tend to think of this area?
They consider farmers uneducated rustics, though they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Li out here.
Let's hear about the rest of the Empire.
Into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial City. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Scrolls. I know little about those 2 provinces, though. I'll answer what I can.
Let's talk about you.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know? The
What
school
brought
I
you to
attended
this
in the
school?
Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
What sort of dangers would the Imperial
I
City
don't
have?
know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when you are done training
That won't
here?
be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead. I'll answer what I can.
Let's go back to the other questions. And
Goodbye.
I'll talk to you later,
Take care of
Wen.
yourself.
Yeah. Go up there in a minute. Just gonna go around this way.
Oh, senior
Yo, dudes.
student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
Why the
With all
unfair
due
odds?
respect, we would be no challenge for you individually. We could learn much from seeing how you deal with more than one opponent. Smiling Mountain usually lets us fight in groups if he has enough students available. But learning from you is a chance I wouldn't want to pass up. If you have time, that is. I would not wish to impose.
I could spare a moment or two, certainly. Could you ask some questions instead? Could I
We should
ask you
keep
some questions
practicing.
instead?
We have a weapons training session later this afternoon. Perhaps one of the others, like Wen or Lin, could help you. If you wanted to help us practice in a match against us both, of course, we would be most honored.
I could spare a moment
This is
or two,
good
certainly.
news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Legendary strike. Heavenly wave.
Oh, she got me.
Legendary strike.
Ah, you trick feed. There we go.
That's enough. I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go.
You're welcome.
Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Okay, now where's the thing up here? This grave appears to be dedicated to the old master, former instructor of the school. It is a humble tribute, not even bearing his name. A small bowl sits beneath the stylized image of a lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirits of the departed to his rest. You have no silver, leave it as it is. You leave this moderate grave undisturbed. I'll be back. That just brings me out behind the gate, so I'm not going to go there for now. That's not one. There we go. A master's training. Speak with Master Lee. Your earliest memories are of the town of Two Rivers, the school you call your home, and of Master Lee, the man who raised and trained you from birth. Now, as your lessons draw to a close, you can only wonder what the future has in store. Oh, goodness, get up there. The Old Tongue, Volume 1. Tofan, or the Old Language, was the native language of one of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the empire was unified by sagacious Tien, our first emperor. As the wars raged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread to use the Old Tongue. By the time sagacious Tien formed the empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire. go that way in a minute. And go and talk to Smiling Mountain.
I thought Master Lee would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Can I ask you some things about the school? Are there students available to spar with? What kind of items and additional training do you sell? I should go for now.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Tell me about the philosophies
Master
you
Lee is
mentioned.
very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Tell me about the way
A
of the
term for
open
the high
palm.
path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within. Tyranny from
examples.
external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Sometimes conflict
True, but
cannot
that can
be
become a
avoided.
convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Tell me
It
about
is
the way of
low
the
path,
close fist.
the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
So what is it if
An
it is
evil
not
man
evil?
might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
What is the difference? The person
The
dies
difference
each
is in the
time.
details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Okay. Does this have any
You are the
practical
sum
effect?
of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
I
am
want to go back
charged
to the
with giving
previous
whatever
questions.
instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
I want to ask
Who are
about
you
someone
interested in?
specific. Tell me what you
Master
know
Lee
of
is a
Master Lee.
private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you. I'd rather
Tell me
not.
about Cal.
He is impatiently traveling the low path, and I long ago abandoned him to it. He is reckless, and he neither seeks nor wants my guidance. As young as he is, Gao has impressive skill. Master Lee has tried to restrain him, but I know how far he has gone. He wields powerful energies, but has the temper of a child.
Where did he learn this if Master Lee will
Master
not teach
Lee
it?
has taught the base of such techniques to you and others. Mastering Chi is important for any student here, but he also demands control. Gao's father most likely tutored him. By all that I have heard, both are impatient and spoiled. They can be provoked into explosive outbursts.
Tell me what you know of Master Lee.
Master Lee is a
Yep. Goodness me. What do you know
Only
about
what she lets
Dawnstar?
me know. A very private woman, despite spending so long in the school. You probably know her as well as anyone does. She has great skill, but a reluctance to use it. If she were to let go, she could be very powerful. Perhaps that is what she fears. If you wish,
Want to ask
but
you
only
about you.
introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to.
Why did you leave
It is
Phoenix
not
Gate?
important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
How long
It
have you
has been
taught here?
several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Lee's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training, and needs someone to assist the other students.
Why did you leave Phoenix Gate? What? I want to go.
I am charged with
That's the
giving
other
whatever
question.
instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves. The turtle's
What's
shell
that?
protects him only from harm of which he is aware. Ask away. Ah, yes,
What kinds of
training.
items and
For
additional?
some time now, I have
do you
offered,
sell?
for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Show me what you have. Why is there a fee? You're not teaching new styles then?
Training
else
has
now?
worth, and Master Lee allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside Two Rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
You're not teaching
No,
new
I
styles
try to
then?
improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Lee has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Show
Let's
me
see
what
what
you
you
have.
can learn.
Okay, so 400, 400. And I have no monies. I have been able to get all three of these before. So I'll come back to that. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Okay, got any people
What
for me
can
to
I
spar
do
with?
for you? I am here to serve and train. There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded.
Can I ask you
I
some
am
things about the
charged
school?
with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves. Goodbye.
Okay, talk
I
to you
am
later.
here if you need anything.
Over to the door, or the gate. Open! You can come out further down. That leads behind Smiling Mountain. And there is... This goes up to that little back area. But first I'm gonna go down here.
Dawnstar's garden is peaceful, even when she's not here. Dawnstar will be back sometime. She left us here to keep the garden safe. Are you here to see Dawnstar? She's not.
If we keep the place safe, Dawnstar will pay us with sweets when she gets back. Mommy says Dawnstar sees strange things, but I don't see anything strange. Star isn't here, so we're guarding her garden. Gardening is stupid. This is like playing here. But I like playing here. Dawnstar is nice. Okay. The inner self. The great will of life turns eternal, bringing one through life into death and then back around again into life. Though the new life is always different, the core essence, the spirit of a person remains the same. This spirit breathed into each person is eternal. To achieve harmony with the universe, one must perfect their harmony with the spirit. Indeed, the spirit in each individual is a reflection of the greater universe. It is a reflection of the wheel of life and the great dragon that created it. No, excuse me. Oh, the hiccups. Spirit font. The shrine helps you focus on your inner voice. Your chi and health are restored. Then, talk to you in a minute. This is the focus font. You meditate and restore your focus.
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and I am tasked with keeping it so. Master Lee has asked that no students leave the school until the morning meditations are concluded. Please do
Could I ask you
not.
some questions?
This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted.
If you're guarding this gate, let's make sure you know how to defend it. Guarding the school gate doesn't seem like a complicated job. Answer when I address you, student.
What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try.
What are the main classifications of styles?
Wait,
student?
I know this. Yes, it's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized.
How does your chi
Chi is
affect
our
combat?
internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds. Additionally, chi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike. I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day.
What are the main classifications? What do you know of
history?
Master Lee?
Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him. I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master.
That will be all, students like that.
I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Lee was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
And I'm off. Let's go talk to Master Lee.
Typical.
Yeah, bitchy bitch.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
Yep, Nathan Fillion. Actually, I wanted to talk to you a moment. If I'd known it was holding up your training, I would have come sooner. You disrespect our master by calling him that.
The senior student, Master Lee's little lapdog, here to talk to me? My lucky, lucky day. Don't you have something more important to do?
What did I do
You
to
don't
earn
want
this
my answer to that
belligerence?
Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. I'm sure Wen could stammer out an answer for you, something to make you feel all warm inside and just great about yourself. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school. I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after its master. Go bother someone else.
Bye. Yep, there's one over here. The Long Drought. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastating dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched land, and stability was restored.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
I'm sure you will tell me what I need to know, Master. Perhaps I will train others as you have trained me. I long to leave this tiny place. I am meant for great things. I want to ask some questions.
There will be a time for that later. I have kept you hungry for information, but you must trust that my reasons are valid. It is for your benefit that I do this. Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember that classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
I'm sure it was for a good reason, Master. Why would you do that?
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
What would you have me do, Master?
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
I will do as you ask. Where can I find Dawnstar and Guljin? Is that all? Am I an errand girl? I'm better than that.
The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
I always laugh at the way he walks off. Switch the minimap on and off by pressing the X button. Press Y on the map screen in the start menu for an explanation of the map. Okay. Whoop. Did not mean to do that. Find Dawnstar. Okay, like, while we haven't done much, I am starting to fall asleep, so that's not good. The sleepless nights finally caught up with me. But this is a good spot to break, and I will be back at it again tomorrow probably. I'm gonna try and stock up a few videos because I'll be away for 2 weeks from the 29th till the 12th. At the moment I've got like the rest of Uncharted. I haven't done Lost Legacy yet, but I can do that later. And yeah, just wanted to add some more things so while I'm away, since I'm not going to be able to do videos for you guys, just do a big stockpile. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Sorry that it was a little short. But we'll get into the action next time. Damn those sleepless nights. But anyway, if you're interested in any of my past or future videos or things, you can find everything that I've done here over in collections or over on YouTube. I upload everything that I can over there. Plus, it'd be awesome if you could check out the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for the page. The Instagram doesn't get much on there, but it's like a mix between fashion, body positive, and gaming. And yeah, the Twitter and the Facebook is where I usually do announcements that I'm going to be streaming, and Facebook is usually where I do most of the correspondence with you guys if I have any, and where I'll do like the polls and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves, and I will catch you guys later. Bye!